Just to butt in there, I mean, yes, the cameras can see the document that you have there, very clearly, and you've displayed it twice. That's okay. But my question is, how is the document that you are holding different from the certified true copy that the U.S. court released last week? And how does that detract from the fact that by 2003, 10 years after, the alleged infringement and the case and everything, that the U.S. court declared that Bola Tinubu was no longer under investigation and that the case had been closed, having forfeited more than $400,000, to the U.S. government. Is there still a case there? And how is this different from the certified true copy that the court released last week?
No. This is the certified true copy. This is it. This is the first page. Don't you see it there? A true copy attested. Thomas G. Burton Plea. Yeah. This is the certified true copy. This is what we're talking about.
It's the same thing, yeah.
This is the document.
Okay. So it's the same document that...
Yes, let me respond to your questions.
All right. Go on.
Yeah, please let me respond to your question. Yeah, so what you have, I'm going to give you a very good example. The United States, they do not have exactly the same kind of criminal system that you have in Nigeria. So for instance now, maybe you are charged for an offense in the United States. There's something called a plea bargain. Now, it takes a lot of money to prosecute a case in America. It can take millions of dollars to prosecute a case in America. And sometimes when you prosecute a case in America, you might not even get a conviction. But when you have a defendant in a case who agrees to a plea bargain and says, okay, yes, I know that you've charged me to court, and I know that this and this and this and this are what you're saying. But you know what? Instead of going all the way, I actually agree to these and these charges, and then let's reach a settlement. And that's what happened in this case. In this case, what they were going after, they were not going after Bola Tinubu as the main defendant. They were going after two people. One of them, his name is Muiz Akonde, and then the other one is a gentleman called Agbele. They are both in Nigeria. Now, as I'm speaking to you right now, I will ask Nigerians to go through the list, the Executive Council of the Lagos State Government, and then see if there's any familiar names there, and then begin to ask questions. Why is that person in the Lagos State Executive Council, and what is the relationship of that person to this Akonde that was mentioned in this drug case involving Bola Tinubu? I'm not going to say more, Anyway, so going back there, when you have a plea bargain and then you say, okay, I'm going to forfeit this, then the government walks away because they don't want to go through a lengthy trial. What they just want to do is to destroy your criminal organization. I'm going to give you an example now. You've had several drug cartel leaders, several drug cartel leaders who have reached plea bargain agreements with the United States to forfeit loads of money, to forfeit sometimes as much as hundreds of millions of dollars. And then when that's done, they go their way, and then the United States goes their way, and then their criminal enterprise is destroyed. That is what happened here. The forfeiture of that $460,000 was meant to be punitive, was meant to smash that white heroin drug cartel, and then when the US government felt that they succeeded in doing that, then the case ended. I do agree that this case has been closed. I'm not saying that this case is still pending, but what I'm saying is that as at the time when this case was pending, it wasn't just a civil matter, it arose out of a criminal matter, and that Bola Tinubu was at the heart of this white heroin drug cartel. Okay. And here is the challenge for Nigeria. If we elect, can I finish please? If we elect a non-drug lord as our president, it's going to have serious ramifications on our economy. You're going to have what happened in Colombia, where major banks and foreign direct investors did not want to invest in Colombia because their president was linked to drugs. It's going to happen to Nigeria, and that is going to drive the value of the naira down. It's going to have an effect on you when you travel with your green passport, because you are going to be looked automatically as a suspect. We cannot afford that.
Okay, Reynolds.